Vladimir Putin's intentions were clear when he launched his invasion of Ukraine. He wished to subdue his neighbor, assert Russian authority in Eastern Europe, and make the West reconsider expanding militarily and politically toward Russia's borders. However, Putin's plan appears to have failed in one crucial aspect. The war has united the West against Moscow in ways that seemed implausible in January. In addition, Finland and Sweden, both officially non-aligned countries, are inching closer to joining NATO, the US-led military alliance. At a joint news conference with her Swedish counterpart in Stockholm, Finnish Prime Minister Sanna Marin stated that her country's conclusion on whether to apply for membership would be made in weeks, not months. Russia has warned Finland and Sweden against joining NATO, claiming that such a move would not bring European stability. Dmitry Peskov, a Kremlin spokesman, told reporters that the alliance remains a tool geared toward confrontation. It comes as US defense officials described Moscow's invasion of Ukraine as a massive strategic blunder that will almost certainly lead to NATO expansion. US officials anticipate that the Nordic neighbors will apply for membership in the alliance as early as June. According to US State Department officials, discussions between NATO leaders and foreign ministers from Helsinki and Stockholm took place last week. Washington seems poised to embrace the decision should it happen, and will expand the Western alliance to 32 members. Prior to the invasion, Russia demanded the alliance to cease all future recruits, possibly to stifle further enlargement and regulate European dominance. This has failed to be the case, and instead what has manifested has been the deployment of more NATO troops on its eastern flank and a rise in public support for Swedish and Finnish membership. Finnish lawmakers are expected to receive a security report from intelligence officials this week, and Prime Minister Sanna Marin stated that her government expects to end the discussion before midsummer on whether to apply for membership. Finland has a 1,340-kilometer border with Russia and has been shaken by Ukraine's invasion. In light of Russia's attack on its western neighbor, Sweden's ruling Social Democratic Party, which has traditionally opposed NATO membership, has stated that it is reconsidering its position. Tobias Bodin, party secretary, told local media that the NATO review should be completed within the next few months. Sweden's security position changed fundamentally when Russia invaded Ukraine, the party said in a statement on Monday. However, Moscow has stated unequivocally that it opposes any potential expansion of the alliance. Mr. Peskov warned that the bloc is not the type of alliance that ensures peace and stability, and its continued growth will not bring additional security to the European continent. Mr. Peskov stated last week that if Sweden and Finland join NATO, Russia would have to rebalance the situation with its own measures. In February, Russia's foreign ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova warned of military and political consequences if the countries joined the coalition. NATO was founded in 1949 to counter the threat of Soviet expansion, and a number of formerly communist Eastern European countries have joined since the fall of the Berlin Wall. In the event of an act of aggression on any individual member states agree to come to each other's aid. Despite the threats, both countries have pursued their bids and increased defense spending. On Monday, army leaders in Helsinki announced a new plan to spend $15.2 million on drones for Finland's military. In addition, Swedish officials announced last month that they would increase defense spending by $317 million in 2022.